Okay, so I can't believe this weekend is finally here. I'm so excited to be here to share in such a special weekend with both two of my best friends, Dustin and Candace. What an honor it is to speak here at your rehearsal dinner. It's an honor because ever since Dustin and Candace have been dating, Candace has been such a good friend to me. And Dustin, well, Dustin's by far the coolest person in this room. Well, actually, there's Alan that tops that list, and there's myself, Mikey Levine, Goodman, and then somewhere around there on the depth chart, Dustin pops up. But regardless, I mean, Dustin is one of the coolest people I think we've all encountered in our lives. I mean, isn't that right, guys? I mean, I found an awesome picture of Dustin, actually, which I think totally, hold on one second, encapsulates just how cool he is. Goodman, picture one, please. Show it to the crowd. Yeah. I think this was Dustin's gangster phase. I didn't really know him then, but it looks like he was pretty cool. I don't know.
That's his rapper.
I mean, also, take a look at how he dresses. I'm just surprised that he's not wearing a V-neck and a hoodie right now. I mean, Goodman, picture two, please. Oh, wow. He's always wearing a cardigan, hoodie, V-neck combo. And, I mean, couldn't you take after your grandfather a little bit? I mean, the man, Papa Ern has the best t-shirt, V-neck sweater combos I've ever seen in my entire life. Seriously, I honestly think that I've never seen Dustin not wearing a V-neck and a hoodie cardigan, other than the times that Goody, Dustin, and myself were all in bed together. Picture three. Anyway, let's get back to the point of the speech.
Commander, if you would distribute that amongst the audience.
I love Dustin.
I love you.
He's one of my best friends, and we have so much in common. It's almost like we're long-lost brothers. I mean, right, we really do have so much in common, it's almost a joke. To start, we are both super high maintenance, especially Dustin. Our women have to take care of us like we're their children. Let's be honest, we all know Dustin would not even be able to get up earlier than 10:30 a.m. if it wasn't for Candace. Once she throws that bacon in the frying pan, he's up and ready to go. 2 seconds and out. Speaking of bacon, we both love to eat like pigs. Not anymore, he's skinny, he told me. Like the time in Florida with Aunt Gigi and Uncle Lanny, I think I gained 14 pounds that week and you gained 22. Here's a picture of Dustin on the last night of the trip where I think he could barely move off the floor because he was so full. Picture 4. I think that was the weekend. I think that was the trip, Dustin, where you named me the fat kid who loves cake. Another thing that we have in common is our love for the WWF and UFC.
We'll keep that one here.
I challenge anyone in this room, I dare anyone in this room to find 2 human beings that are bigger fans of the UFC and WWF than Dustin and I.
Sounds like fun. That's a new one.
I think Dustin is actually the only human being in the galaxy that has a bigger WWF wrestler collection than I do personally. And even at Dustin's bachelor party, we took a 1-hour break to play with his wrestlers. Okay, maybe it was 2 hours, but we even went as far as bringing the ladder out of Uncle Lanny's closet so we could get up to the loft where Dustin hides his wrestling dolls, wrestling buddies, his rings, and all the other dolls that he has. Trust me, guys, it was super, super fun. Mikey, you were there. You remember. You were playing with us.
I was.
Seriously, though, I I actually called my mother and told her how jealous I was of Dustin's wrestling collection. You should be proud, man. That's an amazing collection. What else do we have in common?
I didn't quit.
This is where it gets tough here, Dustin. We used to be great athletes. Now look at us. I mean, every time we do any physical activity, there's a strong potential for either one of us to get injured. We even nicknamed you Mr. Glass. If Dustin Talisman hits the b-ball courts, orthopedic surgeons from around the globe will line up on the sidelines of the Dustin Dome, just waiting for him to tear something. I mean, not to be rude, it's true. I mean, the kid has had more surgeries than Greg Oden and Pamela Anderson. The kid plays basketball, he tears a knee. The kid plays golf, he breaks a wrist. The kid tries to sled down a hill, he flips over, lands on his head, has to go to the hospital. I mean, Dustin literally has injured every single part of his body. He's even pulled a tongue muscle several times. Show him this picture.
Nothing too bad, folks.
Lord knows what he was doing, but all of a sudden I get a phone call. He's asking me for a name of a good Jewish doctor in Chicago. What was that guy's name again?
Shanker.
Dr. Shanker. Exactly. Dustin does not even need to be playing sports to injure himself, though. I think I have a picture here you might show him where he got injured at the bar. If I remember correctly, he sprained his grundle. Anyway, we both love fantasy sports, and every year we team up together. And Dustin and I will sit for hours looking at injury reports, depth charts, by the NBA package, the only two people in the country, strategizing about schedules, and working every single possible angle to become the best fantasy football owners in the business. I mean, it's hard, you know, when you're being the best, when you have to deal with two Goodman brothers who are in the same league pulling shady Cleveland kid type moves at 2:30 a.m. 2:30 a.m. Little shady. Goodman to Goodman transaction.
Still a little upset about it.
Little fishy, if you ask me, Stevie. Anyway, just ask our manager, Alan Steinbrenner Talisman, how dedicated we are. We were in first place out of 900 teams the whole season. We couldn't pull out the victory. To this day, where's Alan?
He's over there.
To this day, Alan, I
should apologize.
I've never been more disappointed in my life with my actions, and I feel terribly sorry that I let you down. Wholeheartedly apologize.
You're fired.
But Dustin and I look forward to rebuilding this year. That is, if you give us the opportunity. Professor Tran, what was the name of that team again? It must have slipped my memory. I forgot. Yeah, neither can I. It's slipped the memory. Back to why we're all here, to celebrate this momentous occasion with the bride and groom, Dustin and Candace. Picture 7, please. Over the past several years, Dustin and I have become very close, and maybe it's just me, but truly I feel as close to you as a brother. And Alan, too, you're like my surrogate father. But in all seriousness, I've been privileged to watch Candace and Dustin and Candace's relationship begin. I've watched it blossom and become what it is today. Candace has such a positive effect on Dustin's life, and you can see how happy she makes him and how happy they are together. Dustin, you're a lucky man to have such a beautiful woman in your life. Don't take it for granted. She's really good to you.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
That's from her mother.
Amen. That's from her mother, Christine. Right. I wish you both a life full of good health, happiness, and good fortune. And may all your dreams come true, and may the only pain in your life be champagne. Cheers.
Yeah.
I wasn't, I promise.